Let's get started. Remember, guys, it's power practice. I think the name implies what happens. We work challenge, and that's different for every person on every day. It's okay to change it up. That's what's the beauty of Zoom. You're in your own place and can modify it however much you need. Okay. So classic yoga start, yogi squat. So if you can come to the front of your mat, if it's too much, child pose is a nice second option. Elbows inside knees, chest lifts, pelvic floor squeezes. Once you're in your pose, nice deep breathing in and out the nose, bringing the breath into the abdomen, chest, back. Big exhale. If you want more, intertwine your fingers, turn your palms up, reach your arms to the sky. So you can see I've mentioned multiple levels already. Child pose was easiest, yoga squat was middle ground, more active child pose here. I also mentioned breathing practice. So you can see how I instruct. I try to give a lot of suggestions. A little bit further awareness here in the physical body, squeezing your pelvic floor, your perineum, pulling the navel in and up a little bit more, shoulders back and down, okay? If you're just joining, we're in yoga squat, last 2 to 3 breaths. Just this can be a difficult start for a lot of people, right? So it's okay if you need to be a little bit easier here. And sit on a block. All right, big inhale. No rush, guys. Downward dog. Hips lift. Feet walk back. It is 2 forward bends in a row. All right. Pedal your feet out for a few breaths. Shake your head yes and no. A lot of you know I'm not like an alignment obsessed teacher. I do believe in that type of practice for sure. It's all about body efficiency and intelligence in the biomechanics, but it is just a piece of it. Some days we'll go more into that, some poses, some moments in class, but some days it's much more being like an artist in your practice. Yeah, I don't want you to get rigid in how I instruct. I want some of that, but just some, okay? So you're in down dog, letting your head hang low now, lifting your sit bones up and back, pressing your palms down. This is an active practice. All right, but we're also relaxed, so there is that nice contrast. Okay, big inhale here. Take it slow, guys. We'll walk our feet to the front of our mat. We're not going to hold this just yet. We just did 2 forward bends. Bend the knees. Let's stand up. Tadasana. Vinyasa, Sun Salutation C, or Shiva Namaskar. Classic yoga warm-up. Movement practice. Big inhale on your nose. Big exhale. That's flow. Inhale, arms reach up. There's a little back bend here maybe, guys. Little, right? Exhale is the forward bend. Now a little different, right? Surya C. Left foot steps back. Back knee goes down. Inhale, arms reach up. Now remember, you're welcome to pause, in spaces and slow this down if it feels better, okay? Hands plant, right foot goes back, downward dog. So a little bit slower this first time, okay? Inhale is a high plank position. Here's where we enter that knees, chest, chin. Ashtanga pranam, anahata. Knees, chest, chin. Notice my chin is forward, my hips are up and back, okay? Cobra. Inhale. I press my pubic bone and feet down now, lengthen my neck, lift my chest. This is Cobra 1. Some of us might go Cobra 2. Downward dog does the exhale. Remember, I'm just a guide leading. Left foot steps forward, back knee goes down. Top of the back foot goes down. Inhale, arms go up, Anjaneyasana. Just as much as this is a stretch, it's a strengthener. So work on pressing your feet down and actively reaching up and back. Okay? Hands plant, right foot steps forward, back toes tuck. It's a little different than your Ashtanga, right? Inhale, stand up, guys, reach up. Exhale, hands heart center. Second side, we'll do 3 rounds only. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring it down. There's no half lift. The right foot steps back. The back knee goes down. Inhale. You keep your toes tucked. Also another variation to stretch your toes a little bit more. Take your time, hands plant, left foot steps back, down dog. Inhale is a nice wave shifting forward to high plank. Exhale is the knees, chest, chin. Inhale is your cobra, sliding your feet back or chest forward. Downward dog is your exhale. Right foot steps forward, back knee down, nice inhale. Hands plant, left foot steps forward is the exhale. Elongating, smoothing out the breath. Inhale, strong core, stand up. Exhale, hands heart center. That's one round. Smooth movement practice, breathing practice. Inhale, arms reach up and back. Exhale, bow forward. Left foot steps back, inhale. My pace doesn't have to be yours. It can be faster or slower. Right foot steps back, exhale, down dog. Inhale is high plank, top of your push-up. Exhale is knees, chest, chin. Inhale is a cobra. Exhale is a dog, down dog, hip up and back. Left foot steps forward, back knee down. Inhale, they call this Vinyasa. Right foot steps forward, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, stand up, Urdhva. Exhale, hands heart center, Samastitihi. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bow it forward. Right foot steps back, back knee down, inhale, Anjana. There's many variations here. Left foot steps back, down dog. Inhale is high plank. Exhale is the knees, chest, chin. Inhale is the cobra. Exhale is the down dog. The breath-led movement. Right foot steps forward, back knee down, inhale. Exhale, left foot steps forward is the forward bend. Okay, practice standing up, inhale, rise. Exhale, standing meditation. One more round, a little bit faster. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot steps back knee down. Inhale, Anjana. Exhale, right foot back, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Pranam. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, dog. Left foot forward, inhale, Anjana. Great psoas, glute warm up. This is back bending warm up right here, right? Right foot forward, exhale. Inhale, stand, reach up. Exhale, remember it's a meditation, a dynamic meditation. Inhale, last part. Forward bend, exhale. Right foot back, inhale. Left foot back, exhale. Inhale, shift forward plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, dog. Right foot forward, inhale. Left foot forward, exhale. Inhale, stand, reach up. Nice job with your sun salutation. Standing at the top of your mat, take a breath. Exhale. Widen your feet a little bit. Chair pose. Arms low. See how I kind of reach for the floor? And then up. Couple breaths here now, chair. So now we kind of still the body, all right? Big movements. That's kind of a strong warm-up, common in a lot of styles of yoga. Some actual styles of yoga call that sun salutation A. You know, I know that a lot of people think, you know, step back, high plank to low plank. There's no kind of lunge, a lot of lineages of yoga, right? That is the main kind of sun salutation, what we just went through. The knees, chest, chin with the anjana. Okay, big inhale. Exhale, forward fold here, guys. Left foot steps back. High lunge, rise. Okay, take a couple breaths here. Back toes are lifted unless you're ready for warrior one, but I am gonna add that twist, so it might be a little much right now, okay? Now bend the knee, you might wanna drop your back knee down. Hands in prayer. Now bow your chest slowly and start to twist your chest to the right. What we're going through right now is like a Dharma yoga practice, it's called, all right? Lift your back knee. See how my back knee's bent? Either put it down and push your knees down, lengthen your chest forward and twist, or really engage that back thigh now, okay? 3 to 4 more breaths. You know, here's the easier version, right? And arms could spread, either version. Pretty early though, right? It's first kind of twist, so depends on how you're feeling it. Okay, now take it slow, right? Big inhale, strong core and legs, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, inhale, warrior one. Straighten your front leg, step your back foot in, seal your back heel, guys, okay? Right hand on right hip, pull it back, big inhale, reach up with your left hand, start to hinge. Here's where blocks are probably really gonna come into play, guys. All right, because eventually your hands are gonna come to the floor or your blocks. Notice my legs are more straight now. Chair was double bent knee, lunge was asymmetrical, now we're back to double straight, okay? Right hip back, lengthen chest, nice forward fold, 3 to 4 more breaths. Flex your right foot if you want a little bit more, press those feet down. And as you get, better at the posture, your legs are more active, but also in a sense relaxed. It's kind of this evolving form of balance. In a sense, what I mean by balance is like the strength is equal to the flexibility, the active with the passive. That's called Hatha Yoga, right? Hata means sun and moon, or active and passive. All right, now go slow, big inhale. Last part here, bend the front knee, pivot on the ball of the back foot. We're going right into that warrior three. I lift my chest, hands in prayer. If you want a little bit more for your back, reach your arms back, bind your hands. Roll the shoulders back. So I'm really squeezing my upper back. This is from the postural series, by the way. This arm bind. Now shift forward, lift your left leg up. It's almost the same pose. If you look here, we were just here, and now we're here. 2 straight leg, all right? Chest is more parallel to the floor. Back leg is now parallel to the floor. Last 3 breaths here. Try to drop. Whatever leg lifts here, guys, it wants to take the hip with it up in space. So as I lift that back leg up, I want to drop that same hip down a little bit. Now, common question, do I flex the foot or point the toe? Both. What do you do less of? Do that. If you don't point the toe enough, I really want you to work on like pointing your toe. So can you point your toe a lot? All right, now go slow. Bend both knees. Bring your left foot to the front of your mat. Bend the knees deep and then take your chair. I know, strong practice, guys. You gotta shake it out if you need, okay? Find your chair, close your eyes. Practice yoga, being very present, mindful, breathing. Best yogi's the best breather, guys, right? Now go slow, big inhale here. Exhale is the forward fold. Gives you a little stretch. Right foot steps back. Nice strong legs, rise, lunge. So we take all that Anjayadasana work and now we strengthen it. So it's like that same posture we did repeatedly moving in and out of, but now we tighten it more with weight, okay? But I want to add a more complex position. The hands come to prayer, the chest bows, core twist to the left, right elbow on left thigh. I'm not over twisting here, guys. The easier version, I did say, is right hand inside on the floor. More challenging is spreading the arms outside the thigh. Middle ground is kind of dropping the back knee, staying in that hooked elbow twist. Lengthen your spine, relax your shoulders, close your eyes if you can. Smooth, deep inhale, smooth, deep exhale. Working clarity in when the position is making your mind and emotions chaotic. That's called yoga at this level, right? What's happening? Can you learn kind of mental stability, emotional intelligence in a space that's going to make those parts of you a little less kind of grounded? Now that's the big lunge hold, right? Now go slow. Back toes touch, strong legs, core, rise up. And here's where I get a little bit of a moment to kind of set up my second pose, almost like a short break here. Remember that my feet are hips width distance still. My back heel seals, and my left hip goes back. So right arm can go up, okay? Left hand, wait, excuse me, left foot's forward, there it is. Left hand on left hip, right arm up, okay? Notice my hips are facing the front of my mat. I'm gonna reach up, engage my legs, and hinge. Don't forget you can bend your front knee a little, guys. We're just working it more straight. So eventually you pause halfway. I pretty much, most of the time, always just hold. I don't really put my hands down much anymore. It's kind of like an assist. It allows our legs to disengage. Eventually, hands might take blocks or floor, flexing front foot. There's a lot of variations here. I don't get too fancy often in this one. I'd rather work the strong legs, the pulling of that left hip back. So whatever leg is forward, it wants to take the hip with it. If your left leg is forward, left hip pulls back against that. All right, some of you are rounding that spine. Try to lengthen through your core. Think more of like a cow back instead of that cat rounding spine. It's kind of like, they call this like one of the splits. It's a big hamstring stretch, just more strength required. People always say, how much do I like working my splits? And honestly, it's like not that much anymore. I tend to be here a lot more. Now go slow, guys. Strong core, rise. Now you might have to bend the knee for a moment. This is 2 tough postures in a row, really, 3 or 4 really, but hands in prayer, start. But I maybe suggest hands coming behind the back, but bring that opposite pinky. Now look, guys, I'm really rolling my shoulders back. This is from the postural series. You know, if you're thinking like 10 exercises, roll those shoulders back. It's a nice long hold here, even pulsing, okay? Now bend the front knee, dip the chest back down like our lunge, and then lift that back leg up. I did mention pointing your back toe. Again, it's kind of like a dancer's toe where you're pointing that foot. So if your right leg lifts here, drop the right hip down. So that chest is really facing downward. You're not like opening up to the side like half moon would be. You're really trying to notice that subtle kind of compensation, they call it. The way your body goes to kind of like make it easier. Yeah, roll those shoulders back, guys. Engage those back muscles. Those scapulae are rolling back toward each other, kind of toward the spine. All right. Now you got to go slow, right? Bend that front standing knee. One more round here. Right foot steps forward. Arms swing low, forward and up. Chair. Big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Nice job. Inhale, half lift. High plank, step it back. Side plank, heels left, feet might stack, right arm high. So this is that first big, real, side body work. Top arm can reach forward. Grip your left fingers, okay? Try to laterally rotate your left shoulder so the crease of your left elbow does roll forward. That's a tough one for a lot of us. Try to relax the shoulders from the ears a little bit. If you know more advanced versions, please do not hesitate. Power yoga is where you're working on, expressing yourself, unleashing, don't hold back, right? But some days, it's also the wisdom's got to come in, the opposite. You got to back off a lot. Okay, now go slow, big inhale. Right hand will go down on the exhale. Side plank, second side. Nice long spine. As I pull my ribs in, that bottom hip, you got to look at how the bottom hip relates to the top hip. So some of us, that right hip goes back, the bottom hip, you got to push that right bottom hip a little forward in space to stack your hips more. Some of us arch our back, you got to pull those ribs in, okay? Again, what's the best cue? That's the question of its context. So like, if I was watching every single person here, there'd probably be a lot of even opposing cues. So I try to generally give what I think most people might be doing based on what I'm seeing. I got you guys all up on the big screen right now, so I can see most of you here. Okay, now go slow, guys. We're gonna come back towards high plank. We're in strength in the arms. Now listen, high plank, shift forward. So that's more to advanced plank where you're shifting more forward. Your shoulders go in front of your wrists, not over, okay? Now bend your elbows about halfway down and hold. So this is low plank hold. Remember, you can do this on the knees. It's still difficult. So you're holding low plank. Your mind's going nuts, but you're practicing not being nuts in your mind. That's called yoga at this level, okay? Now straighten your arms. High plank. Bend your elbows, no collapsing down. Hold. Who wants to get strong? That's how it works. The more demanding, the challenging the pose, the quicker you're going to get strong. Now straighten your arms. Come on, guys, we're only doing 5, so it's going to be quick. All right, now bend your elbows, round 3. Shift more forward. Hold, hug your elbows in, relax your shoulders back and down, just like Tadasana, okay? Now straighten your arms. You got 2 more. Bend your elbows, hold. This is the bent arm strength. Straight arm strength with side plank. Hold, hold, hold. Oh, don't let your shoulders go lower than your elbows unless you're doing it intentionally. All right, straighten your elbows. We got 1 more. See how fast that goes? Now bend your elbows and hold just for 5. Come on, you got it. A little bit 4 here. You got it. 3 left. 2. And down to the chest. Nice job. I lost some of you quick there. Remember, you want to get strong. Work that low plank. You want to get better arm balance and arm strength. That's how we do it there, right? Let's point our toes, lengthen our core. Now today we're going to do that kind of extended variation. So I want you to think like you're flying here, okay? So I'm going to point my toes, back hips width distance. I'm going to press my pubic bone down, lift my chest. Now easier version is just to keep your arms down. We already did like the cobras where we lift the chest. Mainly I need to see those legs lift, okay? And I point those toes, straighten those knees. But if you feel good, maybe you lift the arms too, okay? It's kind of like you're flying here. It's like the old Superman movies where he's flying. It looks like he's in locust, all right? He's kind of like this in his chest. Now go slow. Big inhale. Take a little breather, lower down on the exhale. So we're not holding like super long. I want a nice quality muscular contraction. We don't want too much fatigue in this one around the back. Again, lift your legs, inhale. If you're feeling good, please lift everything. Yeah, oh nice. Some of us, you can use block between your thighs and your hands. We've done that in class before to add a little extra challenge, hugging midline to help for handstand and stuff like that, okay? Lower down slowly, we do 1 more round. Go ahead, lift it up when you're ready. Try to hold and breathe, try to relax a little. Straighten those legs. I think that's Carol. Straighten those legs. Nice, Jamie. Little pulse, I like to see that. Big inhale. Woo, lower down on that exhale. Optional quick cobra, up dog. We didn't really do up dogs as a group. Child pose might be a good time to take a quick child pose. We're gonna meet back in dog. Down dog is where we meet. Child pose is always recommended as much as you need. The nickname in yoga is the posture of wisdom. All right, where you're just taking a few moments to kind of let your body rest when it's overworked, okay? Downward facing dog, come back to your breath, refine your position. Press the inner thumb and index finger down, okay? Lengthen through your arms, try to bring the upper outer tricep down. So remember rotational torque. We've talked about torque, adding rotational activation to stabilize body, make you stronger in these poses. Remember, stabilizing on all 3 planes, we've talked a lot about, and torque is the rotational strength stabilizer. Okay, downward dog. Feet step closer together. Inhale, right leg goes high. Open up the hip. Bend the knee. Breathe. Active stretching. It's like Anjanasana, except back knee is more bent, front knee is more straight, and it's rotational spiral. It's a fantastic stretch. If you're ready to flip your dog, you can. Now, lift your left heel, pivot on the ball of the left foot, right foot off your mat. It's like taking side plank, making it further. Okay, yep, right foot off your mat behind you. Try to bring your right foot a little closer to your left hand. You're in the ball of the left foot. Left leg is more straight here, guys. And then you're pressing the big toe of your left foot down. So really strong pronation. That is one of the postural potentiations. Now go slow. Inhale, right leg goes high. We'll meet there. Exhale, right knee to forehead. Now round and shift the plank. Hold the high plank for just a moment here. We didn't really hold high plank that much. You're welcome to do Vinyasa. I don't teach that posture too much, but this is a nice place to work that if you like. Okay? Right foot will step forward. Back heel seal. Windmill open, warrior two. We'll meet here eventually. Okay? Front knee over front heel. Back toes angle forward. Okay? Arms go to the T. Gaze goes over the right arm. Now close your eyes. Work on your breath and the subtle activations and relaxations of the body. Press your feet down. Imagine like you're trying to bunch your mat up underneath your feet. Don't rely on the sticky mat. Try to work to teach your body to squeeze the legs together under you almost. Okay? Relax your shoulder blades area. Again, same thing. Kind of shoulders back and down. All right? 2 to 3 more breaths. Take it slow, right? Flip your front palm up. Keep the warrior two legs. Maybe reach forward. Right arm up and back. Left arm around. It's such a fantastic pose, warrior two. It's really unique. Really strengthening and really opening. This will make your hips more flexible, all right? There's not excess weight, right? So it's only body weight, and the legs are very used to that. Anytime you're stretching, your body weight's there. It tends to be thought of as a strengthener because it will strengthen as well, right? Now go slow, back up to center, start to reach forward, and then we'll hinge. Now here's where our side angle comes into play. And I'm gonna suggest a little extra exploring here, guys. Top arm can reach forward. So I'm gonna give a lot of options from here. Top arm can reach around the back, inside the right thigh. Some of us can bring hand on the block or even the floor, okay? Options. Now from here, I'm not going to teach triangle as a group. I'm going to suggest, look at that, from side angle. Now you can't really do it if your elbow's on your thigh. You can, but you got to be strong and take a little less weight out there. I'm shifting here from side angle to triangle. Now regardless whether my left arm is up or around the back, that's fine, okay? Whether it's on the floor or on the block or the ankle, it still works. All right, but I still do want to lengthen my right side body. See how I round here? Watch the lengthening of my bottom right side. Posture lengthening, okay? I twist my chest up to the sky, engage my legs, depending on what I'm working on here. This is big bent over practice, guys. You know, we did the side plank to kind of stimulate. Now bend your front knee. If it's not, look down, walk that hand forward, find your half moon. Half moon traditional, flex your left foot lifted high. Lengthen the side bodies. You want a little bit more? Cover your right hand. You want a lot more? Swing your left leg in front of you. You see this? My left leg is in front of me. It's not behind, reaching back to the back of my mat, okay? We do Chalpasana too. If you'd like to try this, I reach back behind me. My left knee bends behind me. We're in big postures, yogis. Power yoga is where, you know, we take yoga and make it a sport, but you're competing against your ego. So that's different for every person every day, guys. You know, be easy. You know, if you're trying to avoid injury, skip some of these big poses. All right, now go slow. We're going to bend that front knee, land that left foot at the back of our mat, warrior two, pivot open to the side. So it's a little symmetrical rest. Take a little back bend, slide your hands on your hips, a little lift in the heart, chest, hips go forward. And then we're going to take it between the legs. So here's headstand practice, guys. Nice big stretch. stretch is to widen your feet a little bit more for straddle. But if you feel like, we didn't really hold that forward bend, if you want to take it between the legs and just pull on the feet, try to lean a little bit more weight into your toe, your big toe is pressing down as opposed to the heels. What'll happen, you see a lot, guys, is this. My hips will go way back. See how they relate to my heels? But I want to bring the weight into the toes a little bit more. So my hips are over the heels, if the feet were under me, okay? Last few breaths. Somebody's taking up the headstand up the wall. I wish we had a little bit more time in this class. 50 minutes is quick. And I'd love to break down headstand in this class because that's a very power-oriented inversion. I take a little bit more time for that on maybe like Sunday or Thursday in my personal classes in the hot tub, okay? Now go slow, guys. We're gonna take a little hip movement here. Lengthen our core. Some of you are just still headstanding and stretching. That's no worries. We're gonna shift left and right. This is called Skanda Kriya. All right, now you can get a lot more creative here. Up and down, no hands, stay low, go high. You can twist, you can dance. I'm giving you a very structured kind of supported version where my hands are on blocks of the floor and I'm walking those hands, just kind of feeling it out. Notice my right toes kind of go to the sky. As I bend my left knee is open. It's not buckling inward. Okay, last 2 or 3, guys. And then what we're going to do is have a moment of playtime, recess, okay? So you're going to bend that front knee at the front of your mat, throw that right leg back and up at the front, three-legged dog. Remember where it all started? You're more than welcome to revisit flip dog. You're more than welcome to take Vinyasa Chaturanga, a rest, or if you watch me, power practice, left foot steps forward. Right toes point, shift shoulders over wrist. See how my right leg is straight? Little hop, soft landing. Little hop, soft landing. With practice, bigger hop, more graceful landing. With a lot of practice, hop and hover, okay? If you don't want to do that, no worries. The yogis call this Shakti kick. Shakti literally means power. This is power yoga. We could call it Shakti yoga, but I don't think many people know that word as much. Shakti is inner, personal, creative power, right? There's many different definitions people use for this kind of dormant energy that's involved in the Kundalini. It's kind of like how food and oxygen are used by your body to make energy. It's not like prana and Shakti are used to rise the Kundalini, to give your whole body energy. It's just like the mitochondria, like they're using oxygen, these little, I'm going off target now. Your cells have this little thing in them that they call them the energy generators, and it takes oxygen, right, your mitochondria, and it burns your food to make cellular energy. And the yogis have this kind of same idea that you have these certain things that energies mix to create your Kundalini rising, so it's like there's multiple types of energy that your spirit's using for life and vigor, right? Downward dog, guys. Second side, feet step together. I'm keeping going here. Left leg goes high, open up the hip. So we're on the second side. Half scorpion is where you bend the knee. It's like a big scorpion tail. Your left foot is up and over behind you. Now, some of us flip the dog. I want you to practice the transition though, guys. Slow down all movements. Control it better. But that doesn't mean be too rigid and stiff either. Left foot off your mat behind you. Nice. Left foot closer to right hand. It's a very beautiful pose. It's not a good one to fatigue in either. A lot of strain if you fatigue. Left leg goes high, big inhale. Left knee forehead, shift to plank, hold. Just holding that is like an arm balance. Eventually we put the left knee on something, the inner thigh, and we cover the back foot. So it's kind of like a shift in the tension. Left foot steps forward. Windmill, seal back heel. Back heel to heel alignment. Some people say heel to arch. I think it depends on your anatomy and where your body's at. Arms to the T. Gaze forward like that warrior. The dristi. The eyes, they're the most muscularly active place in the body, right? 80 movements per second. Nothing can move like your eyes. So I mentioned this word dristi. It's this kind of awareness and discipline and control of how the eyes work. It's a little bit usually considered intermediate, definitely, if not advanced yoga. But noticing at least where your eyes are always going, it can kind of show you a lot of how your mind is working. Higher level of physical discipline. Now flip your front palm up, bend that front knee, take a nice big reverse side stretch. This is basically the biggest side work of class. So you have to be strong, but also kind of allow some freedom to stretch. Okay, left hand, yep, nice. The right hand can go around the lower back, kind of sneaking in the left thigh here, and it can stay there as we shift. Now arms back to the T or keep that half bind. Nice, hinge forward, laterally move, forearm on thigh. So that's the supported side angle, it's called. Kind of our first variation. Okay, some of us are still here. And I did mention today, you're kind of maybe playing with straightening your front leg. And as it gets more straight, you got to kind of use your core to take less weight out of that forearm on the thigh. All right, so, you know, if your hand's on your ankle, your toe, it's a little bit more of that classic version. And you can see how I can freely kind of shift between those two. And notice today, I did not say step your back foot in here. I usually cue that if we're coming in from warrior 2 to triangle. But in side angle, you still have that long stride. So it is a slightly different experience, that longer stride triangle, okay? Last breath or two in your final open hip pose with the 2 feet down. Such a good stretch, right? Now bend that front knee, final pose here. Left hand walks forward, right leg lifts. Left hand hovers. Some of us swung the right foot in front. Some of us did Shavasana. Either way, lengthen your left side body a little bit. Pull your ribs in if you're arching the back. This is big lower back work here, guys. Yep, so there's Shavasana, or the foot swings forward. These both are, max like lateral ranges in tension and strength. And anytime you're bent over like this, it's way more like core. And if the core gets lazy, too much weight in the hand, lower back takes the tension. It's like easy to like get a little like muscle strain, like a minor injury, right? And power yoga can do that. It's like I said, it's like a sport. A lot of times in yoga, a good teacher is labeled for one who doesn't like get people injured. I don't believe in that philosophy at all. All right, now go slow. Left knee bends. Go lay on the right foot at the back of the mat, and now you get your little neutralizer. So the feet turn parallel. Inhale, half lift, lengthen the core. Half lift. A lift in the chest. It's kind of like, I said half lift because you go like this. And it's that same thing, but standing. You're gonna lift the chest, the heart, and then you take it down for one more straddle forward fold. I'm only gonna give you about 5 breaths, guys. All right, you gotta pull on the floor here. If you had a quick headstand, again, this is the place to basically do it. Traditionally in power yoga and Dharma practice, headstand happens, if you feel good, headstand happens in straddle. If we're in like a Vinyasa sequencing form. Nice, Val. Nice, Jamie. Hug those elbows in, guys. That's the common thing. You think your elbows are hugging in, but you gotta hug those in, okay? Headstand. Oh, I love headstand. And then you're kind of gonna intuitively meet back and straddle, lengthen your spine. I want one more of these skandhas. It's like a lateral lunge. If you know that movement where we're upright, you kind of go like this. We've done this in this class. I'm having you stay low with your hands down so you can work into the range a little bit more. And then we're gonna eventually pivot to the front, left leg up. You got about 30, 45 seconds of a little play time. You get a vinyasa, you get a cat-cow, a rest, child pose, or handstand hop. Plank the left toe, bend the knee. Look at the little slow hop. Slow, guys, okay? Slow kind of shows control. We don't want to hop up and wave our legs around like crazy or, you know, or even flip on our back, but good place to start is to face the wall and do it, right? So you hop up and that top heel kind of hits the wall and then you come back down. If you're working on, like sometimes you never hop high enough, and if you just get that wall there, you're not gonna flip over on your back. You don't gotta worry about that. So it's a really nice place to start. Then you get up there, you start holding it, developing some of that muscular memory for strength. And then you're good there, right? Go slow, guys. Down dog. Final standing posture. Bend knees, look forward. We'll meet top of the mat. Stand up, inhale, just like Surya C. Left knee lifts. Twist, left arm back, right arm forward. So my left knee is forward, my left arm is back. Right hand can go on the thigh, you can look to the back. Again, it's Dristi. Where are my eyes going with intention and purpose? Arms up, inhale. Warrior 3, left foot back, exhale. Left hand down on the floor, twist to the right, inhale. Revolve moon. It's quick holds. We're moving, but also pausing. You know, that classic kind of slow flow vinyasa. It's like in the movement, 3, 2, 1, hold, 3, 2, 1. Movement to next posture. Right hand down, bend the knee, stand up, knee up, arms up. I like to clap. That's just my own little thing. Left foot down, arms down. Right knee lifts, inhale, arms up. Like I said, it's like hold, transition for 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Twist. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Back, the movement is inhale, 3, 2, 1. Transition to warrior 3, 3, 2, 1. Hold warrior 3 for 3. We've gone over this before in a couple classes, this idea of the 3, 2, 1 in the movements and the holds. Right hand down, transition, 3, 2, 1. Twist to the left, 3, 2, 1. Hold the left arm out and up. Again, it's like the 3. I think we held a little bit longer here. But that idea of kind of like slow movements into short holds with equal emphasis through all space, okay? Now go slow. Left hand comes down. Strong core and legs, stand up, knee up. Right foot down, arms down. Widen your feet. Remember first position, turn your feet open, arms up. Yogi squat. Butt down, low boat. Lower back down. Hollow body, shoulders hover. If you can, you're even working a little posterior tilt. It's almost like you're getting your lowest part of your butt to lift slightly. Breathe if you want a little pulse. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. You're pulsing a little chest pulse. It's like you're holding the muscles tight and then contracting a little bit further into that kind of compression. And as you release that little pulse, it is tension strength. That's how you get strong, guys. All right, keeping a muscle contracted. Tension, compression, tension, compression. eccentric, concentric. You do that in every single exercise, right? And that's how you're gonna really get strong, okay? 3, 2, 1, down to our back, bridge, feet down, arms down. If you feel good, wheel, flip your hands over your shoulders, lift the hips. See, I'm trying to like squeeze this hour form of practice into 45 minutes so you can see I move I pretty much teach pretty slow yoga. I'm not like a real Vinyasa teacher. Those flow teachers, right? They're so good. Those Vata yogis. I'm the Pitta Kapha. It's like really, really intense, and then it's kind of like, let's be lazy. If you know your doshas, right? I'm a Pitta Kapha teacher. The flow dancers are very Vata. It's like what I lack in teaching. All right, now go slow. Let's meet on our back. Now listen, you got the option. If you want to take one more back bend, go ahead. We did our 3 kind of Superman poses for active, so we're pretty good there. So if you want to just take a stretch with me, but if there's other things you want to do, guys, we got about 2 to 3 minutes max before we take a short Shavasana. So a nice outer hip opener might be good, a little thread the needle. For people who want more advanced, watch. Instead of grabbing my left hamstring, so my right ankle's on my left knee, I grip the right shin and I release the left leg. Okay, so this is called reclining pigeon, where my left leg is on the floor, okay? It's that same figure 4 right leg though. Some of these are still back bending. Do your thing. You know, if you can, extend practice a little on your own. You know, take an extra 15 minutes after class is done. Do some poses we didn't do that you want to do. Twist. Left leg release, right knee across the body. A release and twist here. Just 2 to 3 breaths. Big inhale. Exhale, center. Figure 4. Left ankle, right knee. Flex foot. Even here, guys, learn to be more active. Left foot, ankles. Some of us here, reclining pigeon. Into your twist, take your time. Yeah, some of you are doing completely different stretches and twists. Good job. Learn to listen to your body and not trust yoga teachers so much. You can get your yoga teacher thing online in a weekend. So, you know, the yogi, like, there's this guy named Paramahansa Nityananda. He's the head of the Vedic. That's one of the 6 main schools of like yoga. And he's a big deal. He's like the Dalai Lama, just less popular. And he's always talking about like yoga being in practice, but learning to trust your instincts over your guru, like your favorite teachers, like even though they might be a little further than you, and we're all on like the different path. And it's like, you have to make sure you're aware of like trusting your heart's call and message. You're learning to listen to your intuition and the message, as the yogis say, your spirit, right? So learning to listen to your spirit before somebody else is a big practice of yoga. And it's a subtle call initially, but eventually that call and message is very powerful. So that process of trusting yourself over, you know, what others tell you. Okay, so we're going to come back to center, guys. One quick knees into the chest if you'd like, or happy baby. You're more than welcome, like I said, to extend class, but I have to get to Shavasana. All right, got to do that quick 2-minute minimum meditative relaxation. So I'm gonna sit. You're more than welcome to sit if you're good at relaxing on your back. If you're not very good at relaxing, suggest laying. You take a big breath or two, and you let your bones get heavy. You commit to relaxing your mind, your body, and your breath. And you just stay centered, grounded for about 2 minutes. Okay, so final pose, Shavasana. Yogis, I would suggest staying here longer. Just stay where you're at. There's no reason to come up. Okay, you can always just mentally say namaste later when you're done with your Shavasana. I'll get the message through the ether. So if you can extend your Shavasana 5, 10, 15 minutes, I really suggest sometimes self-imposed disciplined Shavasana. Don't let the teacher make you stay there. Choose it. That's that next level, right? Any last movements when you decide to exit? Kind of just one last scan through the body. And traditionally in yoga, we take a moment to mentally, intentionally step into gratitude and humility, kind of tucking the chin. The yogis call it a prayer, you know, that's the higher realms of yoga. And yogis say this idea of a spiritual practice, whatever that means to you, you know, many ways to describe that. It is like the key to like health and happiness. And I describe it as things like gratitude and humility and respect and compassion and honesty. That's what I call spiritual. So thank you guys. Nice work today. Namaste. If you guys want to be on my email list, my email is Robert Stalos Jr. So my name there with jr@gmail. And I do about 9 Zoom classes a week, including this one. Sunday tomorrow, I'm doing a 30-minute micro workshop on foot health. Do some physical rehab stuff for our arches and our toes and our pronation. Last week I did the wrist rehab class. Every Sunday I do the micro workshop, and I got a nice variety of classes throughout the week if you're ever interested and you like Zoom. So let me know if you want to be on that list or you want me to send you my schedule. All right. Thank you guys. Good work.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jasmine. Thanks, Teresa. How do I sign up?
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Teresa, you got to.
Great class.
Thanks, Robert. Have a good day.
Thanks, Adam.
Have a great day.
Thanks. If you want to be in that workshop, you got to send me an email. It's Robert Ostalos, like my name there. Take a little picture of it because I got to end this class. Jr. Robert Ostalos Jr. @gmail. Just send me an email. My phone number is 518-932-7550. You can text me. And it's a little micro workshop. I'm doing one every Sunday. Next week's going to be, I'm working on, all these different little tiny things we don't get to do in yoga a lot. Okay.
Robert, what time is that?
That's 10:30 to 11 tomorrow.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you.
Namaste, guys.
Thank you, Robert.